My name is Amy Cleland, and my little sister Jessica Cleland was 18 years old. We were very, very close in that we shared a lot with each other. The weeks leading up to my sister's death, she started working with me. So we were working side by side, day by day, and it was something that she always wanted to do. She always loved working with animals. The night before my sister passed away, I was actually at a friend's house because I was studying for an exam for uni, and we'd planned to go out the Saturday night because, so the Saturday was when she died. We'd planned the night before to go out on the Saturday night, and unbeknown to me, she was going through some sort of bullying. She didn't state anything to me at the time, just that she was excited to go out the next night and come out with me, and we were planning on how she was going to come down and meet us in the city. And the next day, the Saturday morning, I woke up at around 8 o'clock in the morning and I knew that something wasn't right. A whole heaviness just came over me. The whole day just didn't feel right. But with that, I got a message from her best friend at about 8:30 in the morning saying that she'd got a strange message from Jess at about 8 o'clock saying that she loved her. All she wrote was, "I love you." And Mel was concerned because she hadn't heard anything back from Jess. And at about, I think it was about 9 o'clock or so, I rang my mum to say, "Is Jess in her room, or where's Jess?" Or, "I think Jess has gone for a walk. Can you just check on her? Something's not right." And Mum didn't really believe me at first, I suppose, as most people do. And she said, "She'll be okay, she'll be fine." So just let it go. And then another hour passed and I still had that horrible feeling that something wasn't right. So I rang Mum again and I said, "Can you please go and check if you don't hear from her within an hour or so?" And within that time, Mel had messaged me again to ask if I'd heard anything. And obviously I hadn't, and we all tried to call her and all tried to message her, and nothing, obviously. It wasn't until the third call that I rang my mum again to say, a bit more frantic this time, to go and find her. We think she's fallen over or she's knocked out or done something, because we live on a really big property. So then Mum and Dad went out and started looking for her. And that day I was with my best friend, so that was lucky, I suppose. So she got to look after me for the day, even though I was feeling very, very low. At about 3 o'clock, I got a very, very frantic call from my father saying that I needed to get home. And I kept asking him why, like, what hospital did I need to go to? Where did I need to go? And Dad just said, "You just need to get home, you need to be here for your mother." And I didn't understand at the time because he wouldn't tell me. I knew something was severely wrong, but he wouldn't tell me exactly what had happened. So I got in the car with my best friend who started to drive me home. So I gave Dad another call to find out. And that's when he said that she's gone. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks, I suppose. So the car trip home from my best friend's house is about an hour, and it just was spent laughing and crying about memories from Jess. And we got home to see the family, and Jess hadn't been brought down at this time. But it was made evident that she'd committed suicide. Me and my dad really wanted to know why this had happened, because my sister was one of those people that everybody loved, everybody wanted to be around. She was outgoing, she was gorgeous, she was so funny and so quick-witted. She's just the queen of one-liners, and selfies on your phone. You couldn't leave your phone unattended. And it just was a mystery to us to find out why this happened. So Dad and we started searching because we couldn't obtain her phone, obviously, because it was with the police. So Dad and I had a look through her laptop and had a look on her iPad, only to find that she'd been bullied. And it was people that were meant to be her friends, people that were meant to be her best friends. And the things that were said on her pretty much told her to do it. And just our whole lives were just shaken from then. I mean, we were shaken when we found out that she'd died. But to find out that her closest friends had been bullying her and made her feel like she was worthless to the world, and she wasn't. No one's worthless. So I guess what happened for me then, for me personally, I gained anxiety and depression from it. Because, you know, my little sister was gone. My best friend, the person that I would turn to, gone in an instant for something that could have been avoided. Something that people need to realise that words are more than they, what's the word I'm trying to look for? Than they perceive. The way that they think that they're saying something to someone can mean something completely different to someone else. And sitting behind a screen, you don't know what the person on the other side looks like or what they're going through. I guess just don't think that you're the only one that's going through something. Don't be afraid to speak up or speak to someone, even if it's just one person. And if you're the other person that's walking down the street and you see someone that's not looking too great, even just a smile and saying, "How are you today?" can be the difference between saving someone's life and losing someone's life.